Now, over the years, our good friend Scott has restored his RZ350. We got together with him for a photo shoot up by the Ducati place, Rockwell. And we had a little ride, we had a little fun, we had a little exchange of information. He wanted to repaint the tank over the winter. He's done that. It's absolutely gorgeous and perfect. Congratulations, Scott. He rebuilt the motor himself. And you could basically look at this video in 4K. Just adjust your device accordingly. Of course. Man, we heard you come out across the Bear Mountain Bridge. Wow, beautiful.
What is it, R?
RZ.
You have that?
He did this all himself,
needs a
too.
little work. Where?
It still needs a little work.
We need a little work. That's beautiful.
I got one spot in the tank I gotta work on, and I got one little dingle on the fairing I gotta work on.
How many miles you got on this?
Just over 6,000.
6? Oh my God, it's brand new.
What year is this?
That's an 85.
Wow.
85.
That's yours is, right? Your Suzuki's at 85?
82. Don't worry, it's plenty old, Pete. It qualifies.
Back in the days
Mine
when
looks old this year.
men were men.
When men and women were men, that's the main thing.
That's true.
And poodles were men. Well, that looks beautiful, but that's worth the wait. Wow.
You know, it's funny, I picked up some of that McGuire's, the quick wax that you go on about.
Yeah,
Scratch
yeah.
though here, doesn't this?
You have to be careful with it.
Should put a rubber band.
Yeah, it's got actually sheepskin under it. I'll show you the bad spot on the tank.
You should put it back here so you don't scratch the tank. Maybe
So I had a little gas runoff here. So
Oh, that's paint.
yeah. So
Oh, you could fix
so the
that.
clear came off.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you got paint under here. This little spot here, I can't tell if it's gone to that's to the primer or to the steel.
You can
So,
touch that up.
But
That's
yeah,
no
that's
problem.
watching your videos. That's my project.
That's not even a challenge.
That's my fall project, following your series on the.
Well, my suggestion is do this,
Yeah.
get it to where it's flat,
Right.
and then re-clear the
Whole tank.
1,000 grit the whole tank, re-clear it, and you get rid of the paint lines.
Yeah, and you get rid
all
of
in one shot.
Yeah, you
all in one
bury
shot.
the decals deep.
Yeah, all in one
you
shot.
could even. Well, you want to keep that decal?
I don't really care about it. I mean, there used to be like 3 of them on.
Yeah, they
I
were.
scraped the other ones off because they were just so obnoxious. Oh.
I wonder if these are the pipes that Luciano had on one of the Spec 2s.
Those are Spec 2
Yeah,
pipes.
they sound great. Man, you don't think we didn't hear you coming.
Yeah, they,
We
funny,
were-
the guys would either put Tumis on them or Spec 2s if you were in the U.S. and then, yeah, the Brits all used all speeds.
Let me see the front. Had it.
Yeah, what's the other one?
That's
Jolly
nice.
Motos.
That's
Remember
nice.
Jolly Motos?
That look nice. Man, that's nice and clean.
Does this have an oil
Oil
bottle?
injector, yeah.
Pumps it in?
The oil pump is right behind this cover here.
Like a bottle of oil for?
Yeah, it's under the seat.
Yeah, yeah, same as an RD.
These are the oil lines here. So I run clear oil lines so that I can see there's oil flowing.
That's a good idea.
And you know, gas breaks the clear lines down really fast, but the oil, it's not really an issue.
It doesn't get hard like a rock after a
Yeah.
week or
The
something.
oil protects it, actually.
So, and then this is the other spot I had on the fairing here that I got to deal with.
Yeah, but that's so doable. That's
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think your CA thing is probably sand it, build it up a little with the CA.
build it up with CA, or
then-
the thing not to do is don't do it with Bondo.
No.
If you do it with Bondo, it
it
cracks.
cracks and it flakes.
And a year later, you start to see the edge where the Bondo ends.
Right.
CA, you don't see any of that. It's a rock.
Right. So.
If you saw the thing on the FZR, I did a spot on the tank where it had a repair of a brazing joint,
Yeah.
and it bubbled. You can't even tell which side the tank it's on. And Dale's RZ, I forgot which side the repair was on. You saw the
I
videos.
watched those videos a couple
Yeah.
of times, and it's
Yeah.
really good because the repair you did was down here.
Yeah, it was that.
Right there.
Right.
And
I mean, this bike is clean enough now that this will be the cherry on the sundae.
yeah.
Where if this bike were a rat bike, you don't want to put 20 hours into painting the tank.
Right.
But when you got one this clean, oh my God, this is jewelry.
Yeah.
This is jewelry.
This was my college graduation present to myself. Much to my
Wow.
wife's chagrin.
But then...
So how old are you? If you're going to college, they didn't invent college when I was going to college.
I would have this mounted back here once you get that tank done. You don't want to scratch it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
that tank's bag's about ready to be retired.
you can't really put a jivvy thing on this.
No.
The same reason I don't have my radar detector.
Yeah, well, that setup you've got with with your Valentine for your newer bikes.
Yeah.
Cool.
But this thing, I'm not happy that I can't get
No.
on that bike, and I can't ride the bike like you would with a radar detector because I'm thinking, you know, it could get expensive.
Yeah.
But I have to come up with a way, and I had the magnetic bag. It eventually wears through enough.
Yeah.
The first year is okay, but then it scratches the hell out of everything.
Yeah, well, this thing has the sheepskin on.
Yeah, yeah, but
Anything that rubs
yeah, a Chase Harper tail bag would probably be the way to go.
boy, that is a beauty, Scott. This was worth a trip up here. Wow. Congratulations. He did the engine himself, too.
Yeah.
He didn't like, you know.
And I still have the big old nasty stock headers for it hanging in my garage.
Boy, that came out beautiful. Now, do you use iridium plugs or regular plugs?
Those are standard BR8s.
Okay. They're hard to get the standard plugs anymore.
Yeah,
but
they
you can
are.
still get the iridium.
The iridiums are easy enough to get. I got a couple of sources for those. Next set of plugs I'll probably do iridiums. I've never had an issue with this thing fouling plugs.
My RD doesn't foul plugs. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just lucky.
Yeah.
I always have them in my pocket and I never use them.
Now, needless to say, this is one clean example of an RZ, and I've seen plenty of them that are really not up to this standard at all. And this one is a real beauty. Now, the other thing, and it's on my question and answer set of videos somewhere, but I don't remember which one, I showed the pictures Scott and I was corresponding back and forth of when he did the engine and the engine was in pieces and he was putting, I don't know, remember doing vacuum blowdowns and all kinds of stuff, and rebuilt the oil pump with 30 parts. So this is an extensive rebuild. And boy, the few little cosmetic things that are left to do, I'm sure Scott will get them done over the winter. And that's why we like posting up the videos of these little repairs that we do and fixing paint and whatnot. Because you get to a point like with this bike, and if without those little touch-ups and when they're not done correctly, it's kind of a sad, it's like that Sunday when somebody took a bite out of it. But when this is done, I guarantee you, Scott will pick up the information off the video or whatever, because this is really one really clean RZ.
You get a 120 in there.
Yeah,
I know
just
some guys
clears the fender.
have shaved the chain guard.
This is a 120/90.
Yep.
Okay, so the thing is with an RD, if the tire goes far up into the swing arm, they rub. You got to put a link in the chain, but
Yeah.
not a big deal. But
Now that wheel was spotless this morning. It's got chain lube all over it.
well,
See it dripped here.
better than having a chain come
Yeah.
off.
Quality car.
RZ's cost, baby.
Quality's cost.
That is beauty. We're gonna head out to the park, take some pictures, smell some two-stroke oil.
So what we did, we took a little ride through Harriman Park to try to find a nice spot to do some photos. I wanted to get some photos for my computer and for thumbnails and other videos that Scott may appear in. We'll have these on our album or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, we did get a look at the lake in the background. The sun was just about perfect. We also did a few run-bys. I wanted to get some of that for my computer too, and to add to the YouTube video. But this bike, of course, is very photogenic with the gold wheels and the expansion chambers and the few little touch-ups still to be done. I'm laughing because that's a nothing burger. This is really a nice, clean example. To be honest, I don't know. Dale's is pretty clean too. I'm glad I don't have to judge a contest of whose is the cleanest. They're both pretty clean.
Boy, what a day we hit for this, huh?
Yeah,
You
I saw
believe
the
this
weather
thing?
forecast and I went giddy up. 'Cause
Oh,
I
Wait.
was thinking about Sunday at the market because I grew up in Westchester, so it was I know a lot of the roads on the east side of the river there, Terry.
oh, okay, yeah.
And Yeah, you know, it's the holiday weekend. It's supposed to be a little rainy Sunday. I'm like, you know what? He wants to go during the week. You know what? I was taking a day off.
Well, during the week, there's no traffic here. You can see we haven't even had a car go by since
Yeah,
we've been here.
Yeah, and it's...
For shooting pictures, today is perfect. The sun is perfect. We should get at least one picture out of 2,000. That's what we're going to do. We're going to shoot a couple of run-bys here to go with our photo shoot from the day. I love the sound of those pipes. Nice. This bike really is super clean, super nice, and has a great sound.
So as you can imagine, not one car came by. In 20 minutes we were standing around chit-chatting. We go to set up the camera and get it in position to do some run-bys, and this traffic, it was like Manhattan. It's unbelievable. And with all the cars coming back and forth, I was trying to capture the sound, because these pipes really do sound great in real life. I'm not sure how they're going to sound on a video. That's going to be in the eye of the beholder, of course. But I was annoyed that there was the traffic just came out of nowhere. And this was a weekday. So we finally did get one where there wasn't a car making noise or a truck going by or I don't know. It just, this part of the park during the week is very light traffic, except when you take out a camera. Finally, we get one. Finally, after all this. And this really took about a half an hour to get this much. Because we had a guy fishing here. The guy finally got up and left us alone. And not that that would matter, because he wasn't catching any fish anyway. So finally I got one with the engine at full throttle where I could really hear that nice exhaust note that I really like it. But these bikes sound great at full throttle and less great at half throttle.
So congratulations to Scott. He ultimately did get this tank to like brand new condition. We have pictures of that on our question and answer video that we do. Scott, thanks for sharing all the information when you were rebuilding the engine. I did enjoy that. And that's all on question and answer videos too. But I really enjoyed this day, having a cup of coffee up at Perry's, hanging out for a while, going for a ride, trying to get the traffic to subside. We lost that battle. But we ultimately got a few really nice pictures to share and some good memories as I look back at this day. Some really good memories to share. I hope you guys all enjoyed sharing it with us, and I hope you support the channel. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like button if you did, and thank you so much for watching.